Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and since it's Women's History Month, I'm here today to talk to you about Derry Girls Season 2, Episode 3. This has gotta be, by far, the funniest episode of Season 2. Like, my God, I was rolling so many times. I had to rewind just to rewatch that scene again and laugh again. I swear, the humor in this show is just insane. God, I hate because the third season is the last. Like, oh man, I swear. And I haven't even seen the third season yet because it hasn't came out on Netflix yet. Because but I mean it's airing right now in the UK, but it'll take a good while for it to get over here. And the person who used to upload it on YouTube, their channel must have got like taken down because they haven't done any of the third season episodes yet. So that's a bummer and everything. But who knows? Keep my eye out. But yeah, this episode was just like hilarious. So they're all just like sitting down in Aaron's like living room and they're watching TV and they're watching some music video. I'm not sure who the band is. It sounded like TikTok at first. That's what it sounded like they said. Something that I don't know who it is. I've never even seen this band. I don't know if they're from the UK or America or what. But the girls are just loving it. And so is James. And Grandpa Joe. He's just making fun of the video. Talking about I don't know exactly what he said. Be like why that guy laying on the ground feeling on himself and stuff like that. And I was thinking to myself the same thing. And everything. And then he's just like, I just don't understand those kind of people. Oh, no offense, James. Poor James. Poor James. He always gets made fun of. Oh boy. And so like they're all excited because they got like tickets for the band and they can't wait. And then all of a sudden on the news it's reported that a polar bear has gotten loose from like the zoo and roaming around Derry. And so Aaron made some snarky remarks talking about mom's not gonna bench us just because there's a polar bear rolling around. And then the mom is silent. And then the next scene you see Aaron fussing, talking about it's not fair. It's just a polar bear. Chances are we won't even run into it. And everything. They're talking about how they've had their tickets for like a long time. And the mom's just like, no, none of y'all are going. And she's making the rule for the other kids that ain't even hers. And so doing this, the parents are just like doing their thing. The adults are doing their thing. Like, Ola mom is spray tanning herself and saying something. I don't know what the world she'd be saying. Her accent is so thick, but her voice is so sweet. But I can't even understand what she's saying. I will say this, I've watched a couple of British shows here and there. A few New Zealand shows. I don't think I've ever watched an Australian show. I don't think. But this is like my first Irish show. And so I'm not really used to hearing Irish accents. From what so far from them on the show and Becky Lynch from WWE wrestling, their accents appear to be very thick. And on the show, they talk super fast. So I'm just like, what are they saying? Because their accents are very thick and they're talking really fast. I'm just like, what are you saying? But thank God for closed caption. I hate when the words are on the screen, so I don't try to use it. I just try to rewind and turn the volume up. And that still don't help. And so the girls and James are all pissed, talking about how this isn't fair and they want to go to the concert. And Michelle's all screw that, man, she is going. Ain't nobody gonna stop her. And well, here comes the excitement of the episodes. They catch the bus. And so Claire is freaking out like always. She's like, Jesus Christ, we're gonna get caught. And Michelle and them all like, we're not gonna get caught because nobody knows we're here. Like, cause see, Michelle and James told Michelle's mom that they're with over at Aaron's. And Claire, told her mom she's at Aaron's. And Aaron and Ola said that she's at like Michelle's or something like that. And so, so the parents, they bought it and everything. And so they're on the bus, and Claire, she's in disguise. She's wearing all black, a hat, I think maybe sunglasses. I don't know how to check the picture and stuff. And then, wouldn't you know it, the nun lady comes on the bus. But Claire is freaking out even more. And so, of course, the nun lady spots them way in the back. Now, Michelle, she has vodka with her. She's hoping to like get wasted and probably get lucky if she meets any of the band members and stuff. And so she has a suitcase full of vodka. And so the nun lady comes back there, wanting to know, hey, she just asked them really nice. She's like, hey, how come y'all are on the bus heading to Belfront? I think that's what the town is called. I'm not really sure. Oh, Aaron. Oh my God, Aaron. Aaron's response. Oh, she's trying to be a tough person. Oh my God. So Aaron starts to talk to her, but then like in a whispery kind of voice, and she's all like, I don't think, and the nun lady's like, speak up. And so Aaron speaks up with her head down, her eyes closed, talking very slowly. I don't think that's none of your business. That nun lady was not happy. Oh my God, the nun lady's response. I swear. Oh, she was not happy. What was Aaron thinking? Like, seriously, telling somebody I don't think that's your business. That basically tells a person you're up to no good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, when would Aaron ever learn she's not tough? Oh, because she always crumbles and stuff. So the woman's all like, that might be an ill-fated like attempt at humor. And Aaron's like, it is. Oh, well, she never learns. Like, she never learns. I don't understand people like that. That's like a dead giveaway. You're up to no good. And so then she leaves them alone, and when she sits down in her seat far away from them, she turns around and looks at them. That's an indication, letting them know I'm on to you, and you're up to no good, and I'm gonna find out what, and stuff like that. So, being still paranoid, they want to know exactly what she's doing, and she's reading a book on The Exorcist, laughing about it. Then she just stares at the lady next to her for some bizarre reason, but then she gets up and start walking towards them. And she wants to know once again, why are they headed there? And one of them blurts out like, oh, we're going to a museum. She's like, for what? And so she just starts asking them a bunch of questions over and over, and they lie. And their lie is so stupid. They're doing a report. I don't know what Michelle says, either ulcers or hamsters or something. But she sits down, and Michelle's like, she bought it and everything. But, of course, she does not buy it. And she wants to know, hey, whose suitcase is this? And they're like, huh? They know she can't open it up because there's liquor inside. They will be in so much trouble. She tries to pick it up. She's like, this is kind of heavy. And so she's all like, so it don't belong to none of you kids, huh? And they're like, nope. Then she has the nerve to ask everybody on the bus, is this your luggage? Nobody says anything. She's like, well, since it doesn't belong to nobody, it must be considered a code red. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what does that mean? Oh, I found out what that means. So the suitcase is out by the side of the road, and then you see something coming up the horizon, very slow. It's one of those like bomb machine detector thing, or what do you call it? Like this, one of those like robot machine that disable bombs and stuff. They had to call in the bomb squad because remember they was going through the troubles not too long ago that lasted for about like 25 years, I think. And so it's just hilarious. They're scared. They're scared. Military's all around. They're afraid the vodka's gonna get blown up. Oh, then you hear a gunshot. They shot the vodka. Michelle, for some reason, is smiling. I don't know why. But then somebody's all like, they smell or see, no, they smell vodka coming out, or they see vodka coming out. I think they had to use like probably like one of those X-ray type things. So either they saw it or they smelt it. The nun lady is not too pleased, but ironically, she doesn't do anything to them. Why? They took off. So they're gonna walk to wherever that concert is at, and it gotta be plenty of miles away. And Aaron's all like, "Oh, brilliant! Like playing Michelle, we're gonna walk there. You know how far that is?" And Michelle's all like, "Haven't you seen a map? Everything on a map is really tiny, so we can get there really fast." Oh, so as they're walking, they pass a group of men with a truck, and they're selling stuff. Now these men are Roman people, and so you're not allowed to say the G word no more. But the G word sounds so great. Like I'm not like it has a nice ring to it. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks that word is now considered a slur towards their people. So some people say it's offensive. Some people say it's not. Um, I just don't use it because since it's considered a slur, because people used to use their race identification name as a slur. So that's why you're not supposed to say it no more. Some people say travelers like they do in the show. Some people say Roma people or Romana people. So that's just what I call them and stuff. And so but I'm so used to hearing the G word. And then of course when you hear like a lot of like music and stuff, it uses that word. And there was a Netflix series called that. So I'm just like, well, is it offensive or is it not? Like, I'm not sure no more. But I just don't use it. And so the man's all like, hey, so well, before he does that, of course, whenever they see somebody of a different culture, they always got to insult somebody, talking about somebody's a psychopath and they ain't got this and they ain't got that. Like, this is so rude and smug, man, especially Aaron. Aaron is so smug and prejudiced and stuff. And so the man's all like, hey, get over here. And they're like, uh-oh. They're like, just keep walking, just keep walking. And he's like, hey, I'm talking to you, you get over here. And so he's walking towards them with a group of men. And they're like, walk faster, girls, walk faster. And then he's like, hey, I am talking to you. And then they're like, run. And so it's a chase. Eventually the man catches up to him, and so they're scared out their minds because the man's looking mean and everything. And so like they're like, what do you want? He's like, you dropped your purse. And Claire dropped her purse, so they were nice enough to give it to her. And so like, you know, as they're like talking some more, a woman pulls up in a hippie van and stuff. And she asks, you know, are these men giving you trouble? Now, they girls know the men aren't giving them no trouble. They're nice and everything, but they just holler like, yes, yes, they're gonna hurt us and everything. And she's like, get in, girls. And then so they all run to the van, including James and stuff. And because everybody always calls the group girls, but they keep forgetting James is there. Even the Derry girls call themselves the girls, and James is there. And so, like, as they're like driving, they realize this woman, which is a complete stranger, by the way, which you ain't supposed to do, is a little eccentric. She has like tattoos, and you can tell she's a huge rocker by the way she's dressed. but finds out she loves classical music and she loves to rock out to that. So she takes out her beer and starts guzzling, and everybody's all like, "You gotta drink and drive," and she's singing the opera music and with her eyes closed. Okay, something I've been wondering. Dairy girls and some girls, every time they drink beer, their beer cans are very long. Is that how beer is in like Europe and stuff? Are the cans really that long? Because over here we got teeny tiny cans and stuff. And like, speaking of cans, man, I was in the store. Soda cans have gotten really skinny. Like they're cheating us and stuff. Like I bought like a frozen pizza too. It's a lot smaller than what it used to be. Like, what the world's going on? They cheating us, and then they overpricing and stuff. I hate that crap. And don't even get me started on chips. So anyway, this woman, she's one of those type of people who likes to go to like bands and concerts and sell merch. So she has like tons of shirts and tons of CDs. How I know this? Claire took it upon herself to go through the woman's stuff. And Claire's all like, "This woman's psycho. She can't even spell it right." And they're all like, "This is the least of our concern. We're with a stranger who's drinking and driving with her eyes closed." Then all of a sudden the lady hits something. So she makes the girls get out and get it. Olaf's like, "It's the polar bear." It's not. It's not. Now, one thing about this whole polar bear thing, I think this really happened in Derry. Normally when stuff on this show, things that come up on the news, it tends to be fact. So, yeah, I believe this whole polar bear thing happened back in the 90s. Around the time Bill Clinton was president. Why did I bring up Bill Clinton? Well, because of the 6th episode, which took me by surprise. And so, anyway, the girls have to, it's a goat. So the girls are like picking up the goat and they're trying to like move it, but they're having the hardest time doing it because it's so heavy. And then all of a sudden, Michelle's all like, my hand's going up a hole. And she's like, "Screw it. I'll just make like James do it. He's so lazy." Then they look around. They look at the van. James is nowhere to be found. They realized they left James behind with the Romanov people. Now, this don't make no sense though. I saw him run to the van with everybody else and he was in the group with them. So how did he get left behind? So now they're debating if they should go back and get him or go to the concert. Oh, Claire and Aaron want to go back and get him. Of course, Michelle doesn't, because she hates James. Ola surprisingly doesn't want to go either. She's like, "Look, I love James, but I love this band even more." And so the woman's all like, "All right, then it's settled." And well, no, because there's a tie. But then as they're arguing back and forth, Aaron informs Michelle that James has the tickets. So they have to go back and get him. When they do, Michelle tells James, "Get in this van." And he's all like, "No, I'm staying with these people." But see, they call them travelers and stuff. And so he's like, "I'm staying with them. They get me. They understand me. They treat me good." And they're like, "Yeah, James is like a great seller and everything." And Michelle's just like Michelle's just getting pissed because she wants him in that van because she wants those tickets. So then all of a sudden, the woman who they're with insults them and everything. And then the men are like, "What's wrong with y'all? Why do y'all think we're psychopaths and everything?" And Ola's like, "Aaron, you was correct." And so then the dude insults like the band, just talking about like it's not his kind of music or whatever. James don't like that. He's like, "Look, man, I'm sorry, man. Y'all cool, but you diss my music." And so they leave. So in a way, back with the parents. So the parents are having their little hilarious moment too. The TV's kind of messing up. So Aaron's dad and grandpa try to fix it. Grandpa uses the old-fashioned technique. He hits it really hard, banging it over and over. And he's all, and his son-in-law's like, stop doing that. He's like, nah, man, you have to keep these like TVs on their toes and everything. Let them know who's boss. So then the dad turns the TV off and turns it back on. It won't come back on. The mom is not happy about that. She wants her TV. Meanwhile, they're still talking about that polar bear. Because TV's flickering in and out, and they hear it's in a certain location. Grandpa don't like the sound of this. He goes get a rifle. But here's the thing. He keeps pointing it at Aaron's dad. And then every time somebody knocks on the door, they're like, it's the polar bear. Hola, mom is crazy. And they're all like, oh yes, the polar bears just like knock on doors. And so Grandpa's swinging that rifle. And then every time somebody comes to the door, he points the gun at them, but then goes back to Aaron's dad with it. Who's at the door? Claire's mom and Michelle's mom. Talking about the polar bear. Well, the TV comes back on and they realize the polar bear has been found. It was grazing on goats. Sound familiar? Because there was a dead goat on the side of the road where the girls were at. So the polar bear was in their region of area. So then the moms are all spooked and like, look, we just want our kids back so we can just go back home. They didn't realize the girls lied to them. They ain't happy about that. They all sitting at the table talking about how they're gonna get them back and everything, but they have to prove they're at the concert before they can ground them. So the dad is like watching TV, right? And it's the concert. And who's on the TV? The cameraman goes to the audience. It's the Derry girls and James. Oh, they're just partying and everything. But the dad doesn't let the moms know that. Happy Women's History Month, everybody. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.